I felt obligated to talk about Elon Musk's recent comments regarding another stimulus package. Usually I'm on board with Elon and I like what he's doing. He's a great visionary. However, I do have to disagree with him on what he recently said. Even Bernie had to jump in on the discussion. He called his comments pathetic and said his viewpoints were hypocritical. So basically, in another tweet, one of Elon's infamous tweets that went out to his 37 million followers on Twitter, Musk spoke his mind on the heated debate in Washington over a second relief bill. He said, quote, on this tweet on July 24th, 10:44 a.m., another government stimulus package is not in the best interests of the people. IMO, in my opinion. This drew instant controversy on Twitter. Some applauded his anti-establishment sentiment. Someone saying, quote, exactly, no more nursing off the government. More money printing is going to lead to hyperinflation soon. While others took note of the irony that Musk's own business empire has taken billions of dollars in government subsidies. This is coming off the heels where Tesla struck a tax break deal worth $64 million in Texas to build a new factory in Austin. Musk's own companies have received almost $5 billion in government subsidies, and what's more, Texas officials have reportedly voted to give Musk at least $14.7 million in property tax rebates if Tesla spends at least $1.1 billion on its proposed gigafactory near Austin. Another Twitter follower said Elon Musk, whose company Tesla and his wealth were possible thanks to government subsidies. Someone else added, imagine spending months negotiating an agreement to line your pockets with $15 million in taxpayer money and then turning around and criticizing giving $600 a week to people who are unemployed during a once-in-a-century pandemic. Tim O'Brien even had to jump in, saying maybe Elon Musk has forgotten that Tesla was nurtured with a government stimulus package worth billions, as were many Silicon Valley companies. Another respondent said, we are barely surviving at our business and have gone to working 20-hour weeks to ration out the small amount of business we are getting. And the billionaire himself has also made a massive fortune during this pandemic thanks to Tesla's soaring stock and his equity bonus payments. Musk followed up saying the goal of government should be to maximize the happiness of the people. Giving each person money allows them to decide what meets their needs, rather than the blunt tool of legislation, which creates self-serving special interests. Then he followed up with another tweet, quote, as a reminder, I'm in favor of universal basic income. This next package, no matter who gets the shorter end of the stick, will definitely include another stimulus payment. You will see another direct stimulus check to the hands of Americans. You'll also see rescue funding to small businesses. You'll see funding towards local and state governments, and you'll also see funding towards increased unemployment benefits. Musk also added another tweet in addition to the tweet storm. These are jammed to gills with special interest earmarks. If we do a stimulus at all, it should just be direct payments to consumers. And ultimately, Musk responded to all of this very, very simply saying with a rose emoji, Twitter sucks. So Bernie Sanders also tweeted saying, what a hypocrite. Elon Musk has received billions in corporate welfare from US taxpayers. Now he wants to stop 30 million Americans who lost jobs from receiving $600 a week in unemployment benefits, while his wealth has gone up by $46.7 billion over the past 4 months. Quote, pathetic. Now what we saw here was a lot of people shot from the hip and were quick to form an opinion about what Musk was saying, and it apparently seemed to them that he was in favor of absolutely no more stimulus and no one should get a nickel in funding or benefits. When in reality, Musk did say he's in favor of universal basic income and direct payments, so he would be in favor of another stimulus check. But it seems Musk would disagree with a lot of the provisions that would ultimately end up in another stimulus package and really wants them all wiped out. Now, this isn't going to influence or persuade any lawmakers, although he has influenced the market before, so luckily he won't be actually voting on this package. But for all intents and purposes, I do have to strongly disagree. He himself has admittedly benefited during these times. Tens of millions of Americans, most households, including people that probably work for his company and will probably work for his new plant in Austin, Texas, have been struggling. While I do believe in rugged individualism to a certain extent, I do believe that in times of crisis and in times of hardship like this, where you have a national pandemic where governors and lawmakers are the ones that are shutting down states, they have to step in and help the people. But at the same time, Musk was correct in calling out leaders for deciding what Americans ultimately get in their hands, as now they're going to be taking a recess, a vacation, during this pandemic. To think that congressional leaders are going to be taking a vacation while millions of Americans are metaphorically and literally left out on the street is absolutely absurd. I have agreed with Musk on past issues and topics and hot debates at hand. However, I do have to contradict his statements. I believe he should clarify and put out a statement, or even specify exactly which details he'd want to see in the next package. Perhaps that would be most beneficial to himself and his followers. What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's recent comments? Do you oppose that narrative, or are you on his side? Let me know down below in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Hope you enjoyed this recent piece of news. If you did, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and if you'd like to see more videos from my channel, I do post videos every single week covering business, finance, investing, entrepreneurship, mindset, strategy, and tips and tricks from my own experience. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well, so you're notified every single time I make a new video. See you in the next one.